on, check this.
Okay, we can do one more.
Do you want to make sure this works?
Kumaka kai kena. You know
Oh.
that one, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Hello. It is. It's on.
Kumaka. Kumaka kai kena ya o hiilave. Kupapalohi maya o maukele. Kumaka kai kena ya o
We're on live.
hiilave. Kupapalohi maya o maukele.
I'm on. We're on already.
Hakele maya o itui mandu. Havala au ne puni wai pio. Hakele maya o itui mandu. Havala au ne puni wai pio. Aole no mau ela wa amai. Ahi mai au no ke kuahiri. Aole no mau ela wa amai. Ahi mai au no
She
ke
doesn't hear you very well.
kuahiri. Hey hiva hiva au na kamakua. Ahea ne na ke kupuna.
Start.
Hey hiva hiva au na kamakua. Ahea ne na ke
We're on, so
kupuna. No puna ke ala ahalia mai. No ita vai lele a ohi ilave. No puna ke ala ahalia mai. No ita vai lele a ohi ilave. Haina ia mai ana kapuana. Tukumaka kai kena ya ohi ilave. Haina ia mai ana kapuana. Tukumaka kai kena ya ohi ilave. Ohi ilave. Ohi ilave. Ohi ilave.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Margie Bourgeois, and I'm so glad to see that we have this beautiful day and all of us here. We are going to start our morning with a reading from Science of Mind, and Leah is Leah. Oh, we've here she comes. We need a.
Yeah, I'm on. Yes, okay, thank you. Okay. Aloha. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lanai, and welcome online to those who are on our live stream. Another beautiful day here in Hawaii. We are so blessed. Today's reading is titled Music in the Soul. Our teaching is a science, an art, a technique that you can learn and that will enable you to have a fuller enjoyment of the good things of life. It's written by Arthur Twine. We seem to be the product of our environment, but this is a superficial viewpoint. While we think of everyone, as having ordinary, commonplace talents, the first thing we know, an Emerson or an Einstein appears, or a Buddha or a Jesus, and all the world marvels and says, they were not made of the same kind of stuff as you and me. Huh? That makes me ponder. This is when we make our biggest mistake. For in reality, you will never discover anything outside you greater than you, yourself. We are. Even the words and the acts of the great mean nothing to us unless we understand them. The things we say and do have grasp their meaning unless there was something in us already equipped to seize on the truths that they taught and that make them our own. When you go to a symphony, you don't just go to see others perform or to go hear a great artist sing or a great musician play. What you really go for is that they awaken within you something that corresponds to and with what they are doing, and they give you back yourself. Ooh, that was a good one. So true, right? Discover a Richer Life, written in 1961, pages 260 to 261. Just as a rainbow exists as much in the observing eye as in the wet but unlit sky, so beauty of any kind is an energy transfer, and the audience becomes the performance. Something in us understands, even when the material is outside our experience. When we come up with our own meanings for others' works, they are not correct or incorrect, just expansions of their craft and of our capacity, which is ingenious in both our parts. Wow. Yeah, I can relate to this one, like big time, being an artist. This is today's affirmation. The divine spirit is flowing through me in an individual way, and I accept the genius of my own being. I'm going to break it down for us. The divine spirit is flowing through me.
The divine spirit is flowing through me.
In an individual way.
In an individual way.
And I accept the genius of my own being.
And I accept the genius of my own being.
Yes. Amen.
Thank you so much for our reading. And let's have a few minutes of meditation. And if we can all breathe deeply and be so grateful for just being today among all of us as we are coming together in this spiritual environment. Once we have meditated for a few minutes, I'll ring the low bell. So whatever is best for each one of us. And we are blessed to have our singers this morning, and I do not have their names. But do you want to introduce yourself, please?
I'm Mahina. This is Kristie and Randy.
Thank you. Okay, and if you would give us a song right now, we would appreciate it.
Okay, to start us right off, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to wake you guys up a little bit with everything that's going on in the world, you know. See enough. the senses. You're the queen of all you survey. All the cities, all the nations, everything that falls your way, I say. There is a deeper world than this that you don't understand. There is a deeper world than this, tugging at your hand. Every ripple on the ocean, every leaf on every tree, every sand dune in the desert, every power we never see, I say. There is a deeper wave than this, rising in the world. We hope so. There is a deeper wave than this. Listen to me, girl. Feel it rising in the cities. Feel it sweeping over land, over borders, over frontiers. Nothing will its power withstand, I say. There is a deeper wave than this that you don't understand. There is a deeper world than this, rising in the land. At the still point of destruction, at the center of the fury. All the devils, all the angels, all around us, can't you see, I say. There is a deeper wave than this, rising in the land. There is a deeper wave than this, nothing will withstand, I say. Love is the seventh wave, I say. Love is the seventh wave, I say. Every ripple on the ocean, every sand in the desert, every breath you take, I say. Love is the seventh wave, I say. Love is the seventh wave, I say.
And our way of clapping hysterically is the sign language, so we don't break into the energy that is flowing with us. I would like to welcome everyone again. And do we have any guests here who have not been a part of our community before? I see most everybody that I see, and our spiritual advisors are all around us, so I'm saying hi to them too. Thank you. This church, well, it's not a church, it's a center. Thank you. It's called NTCH, which I thought for a long time it was New Thought Church of Hawaii, but it's New Thought Center of Hawaii. And we evolved from the Kona Community Church of Religious Science, which was founded in 1971. We've held Sunday services continuously from that time and have been here since 1999. Due to the COVID pandemic, that was kind of fun there for a while, but we got started doing online services from that. See, there's always something good that can come from what we're devastated by. So we've been doing that, that people can watch our services and can come be with us also. We are affiliated with the International New Thought Alliance, which is an umbrella organization that brings together groups and individuals who share certain common beliefs and attitudes. Among them, the idea that a new thought embodied in consciousness provides a new condition. So we also include unity and religious science churches and centers for spiritual living. We are now going to get a chance to, each one of us are going to talk, because we're going to get a question from our speaker, Star Root, and we will pass the mic to say our first name and two or three sentences or words or sentences to answer the question. So if you'd like to give our question.
Is this working? Hi, good morning. Aloha. Thank you so much for being here with me today. My question is, what is something that you truly love? Truly, deep down in your heart, something that you truly love. Thank you.
Stephen, you have the mic.
pass it on. There's this mic for her. That mic is off right now. I'm going to turn it on once you take it
Oh,
off.
thank you.
Testing, ready to go.
I'm Patty, and I guess I love everything, but I love flowers most.
My name is Pasha, and my uncensored answer is marzipan.
I'm Terry, and I have to say my cat Rust.
I'm Charlie, and I love shrimp.
I'm Kathy, and I'm going to embarrass him, but my husband. He taught me and his family what love really is. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Good morning, my name's Jack, and I'll just say, right now, my life.
I'm Stephen, and I just have to say it's feeling calm and peaceful and connected.
Cindy.
I'm Palmer. I love nature and watching things grow.
Me too. I love all of what you said, but I really love music.
Hi, I'm Cindy, and I really love synchronicity when the universe taps you on the shoulder and nudges you. Guess we'll go around.
I'm Leah. There's so much to love. Oh, where do I start? But I guess if I really go inside and I think from the inside out, I love having the opportunity to be in a human form to expand my soul.
For me too, there's a lot. But what popped into my mind first was the ocean, and then flowers, plants.
I'm Anna. I love flowers and other foliage and trees and that sort of thing, but I particularly love orchids, and so I have kind of spooky orchids up there this morning.
I'm Shelba, and it would have to be music.
Just go.
I'm Don, and I'd have to say vibration, sound vibration, whether it's toning bowls, gongs, tingsas, hand cymbals, whatever. Or the voice. The vibration of the voice is incredible. Thank you.
I'm Candy. I love all people, particularly children.
I'm Randy, and I would say food and music.
Mahina, at this moment, music. I'm Kristie, and I love and I'm so grateful for my 4 grandchildren and my cat.
I'm Margie, and I'm just in love with being here in Hawaii and walking in the morning in the woods and looking at the ocean. It's just a blessing.
So I'm Starroot, and I really, really love this earth. And I love all of the sentient beings upon it. And I just want to say aho to all of your loving things, because when we put love out there, it's coming back to us like ripples. So that's why I kind of put this love up here, because it's a mirror of us. It's a reflection of us. What we're putting out there is what we're getting back. And so especially in the time that we're in right now, it's very important that we really remember the love and not the fear-based thoughts that we have, the yin and yang. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. And we would love to have another song, Mahina and Randy and Kristie. Thank you.
A new Kristie mistress.
Okay.
Okay. Kind of going off my Hawaiian thing today a little bit, so. Oh, well. You missed it. We'll throw something out there. Yeah, you can't be late. Remember Heart?
No, this is Indigo Girls.
Oh,
Indigo Girls.
sorry. I'm trying to tell you something about my life. Maybe give you insight between black and white. And the best thing you've ever done for me is to help me take my life less seriously. It's only life after all. Yeah. Well, darkness has a hunger that's insatiable, and lightness has a call that's hard to hear. I wrap my fear around me like a blanket. I sailed my ship to safety till I sank it. I'm crawling on your shores. And I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountains. There is more than one answer to these questions, pointing me in a crooked line. And the less I seek my source for some definitives, the closer I am to find. Yeah, closer I am to find. Yeah. Well, I went to see the doctor of philosophy with a poster of Rasputin and a beard down to his knees. Well, he never did marry or see a B-grade movie. He graded my performance. He said he could see through me. I spent 4 years prostrate to the higher mind. Got my paper, now I was free. Well, I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountains. There is more than one answer to these questions, pointing me in a crooked line. And the less I seek my source, the closer I am to find. Yeah, closer I am to find. Yeah. Well, I stopped by the bar at 3 a.m. to seek solace from a bottle and possibly a friend. I woke up with a headache like my head against a board, twice as cloudy as I'd been the night before when I went in seeking clarity. Well, I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountains. Yeah, we go to the doctor, we go to the mountains, we look to the children, we drink from the fountains. Yeah, there's no pointing me in a crooked line. And the less I seek my source for some definities, the closer I am to find. Yeah, closer I am to find. Yeah, closer I am to find.
Thank you, thank you. That was fantastic. At this time, we get to have what's called Miracles and Ordinaries. We invite anyone who would like to share an ordinary or a miracle ordinary or an ordinary miracle. And we can use this microphone right here. So I think we've got somebody coming up right now. Miss Candy.
Good morning. So I'm looking at my grass growing again, thinking, it hasn't been that long since I had it weed whacked. I guess it's time again. And I wake up in the morning, get ready, and go outside to get my boots. And there's like at least 20 big, black, shiny goats doing a good job eating the grass. And then there's probably half as much, the big kind, egrets, flying around, entertaining me like that.
Thank you.
You know, Candy's experience really reminded me of the power of the thought. Yeah. Throughout my life, I've had the feeling that I've had to do things, right? So I'll see a need that needs to be addressed, and I'll feel like overwhelmed by like, I don't know if I can do all that. And the older I get, the more I realize that my purpose is to hold the prayer of that happening. And I'm finding that like I don't have to be the one doing it. So like the goats taking care of the grass is like a perfect example, right? It's like when we're in that connection to spirit, we just put it out there and then somebody else takes care of it, which is, as we get older, really nice. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to, I guess this is a new microphone stand, Pasha. It doesn't quite work. Right? So we can kind of take this, it's, yeah. So it's portable, yeah. Anybody else want to share a miracle?
Yes, Stephen.
We'll take care of it later when nobody's looking. This is just hot off the press because it just happened. With this microphone, battery went dead just as like 10 minutes before we were supposed to start this morning. So I couldn't find any replacement, so I went across the street to KTA to buy a battery. And I got over there and I finally found them, and then I looked at the price, and it was, my God, it's almost $9 for one of these little square batteries, because they were selling a 2-pack, so it was like going to be $18. And I went, wow, that's just like so much resistance to doing that. And I go, God, there must be something better. Anyways, I looked down and looked at the bottom of the rack, and there on sale was this off-brand for $5. 2 for $5. So all right, don't touch it.
I have a miracle and an ordinary. The miracle is the amazing Kilauea volcano that went off on Friday night. And it was 8 o'clock when it went off, and I didn't hear about it. I don't know why. I woke up at midnight and I was piddling around on the internet, and it was not until 2 o'clock that I saw that it was going and that it was really remarkable. It was the highest fountains that it's ever been recorded in this. This was the 35th episode that started. So I got myself organized. I packed a lunch, had my headlamp, got in the car because I had just filled up the gas, and I headed that way. But I had this nagging feeling. It was 3 o'clock when I finally got on the road, and I had this nagging feeling. I have to check and see. I looked at the webcam. I didn't see anything going on. And there was a park, I don't think she's a ranger, but she's a person who works at the park, and she usually posts. And I just took a chance, and I wrote her on Messenger, and I said, I'm heading your way, but tell me if it's paused. And she wrote back in about 5 minutes after I had been going almost an hour and said, yeah, it paused 10 minutes ago. This is my 4th effort to get over there and see the volcano, so I'll keep after it. But it is one of nature's miracles that we are privileged, if we can do the timing right, to get to witness.
So a little insider tip. Sorry, I'm going to jump back up there. I've heard this story from so many people who've gone up to the volcano and say, I keep missing it. Take an offering. It's worked for everyone I've told to do that. Yeah, so when you take an offering, let Pele know that you're bringing her a gift, and you make an appointment. It's just like the dolphins. I'll see you at 9 o'clock on Tuesday, and then every single time I've had people say, oh my God, it works. And it's like, yeah, well, that's why we do it.
So I have a couple of miracles that, so I'm standing up because everybody else had to. And it's always good to stand. One thing I wanted, I'm on, oh there, thank you. I wanted to let everybody know that Pasha had called me the other evening, and Tana, that we've had come here for several years, she has dementia, and Pasha put in a lot of time and helped a lot. All of us were working with her, and she got ill. She became ill and was in the hospital, and her daughter needed her to be back in Washington. And there were just events. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but it's a miracle that she is safe and sound in Washington with her family. So she won't be with us, but we don't have to be concerned. It's a miracle how that happened. She used to drive from here, and she would tell me when I'd get her back to her car, she would say, you know, Marjorie, tomorrow I will not know that I have been here today. And I'm thinking to myself, if you don't remember that, how are you driving? So she did, and she is safe. The other miracle that I got to be a part of, Shelba said she's going to be happy that I'm bringing her up. We came to the Thursday afternoon meeting with Star, and I was just scared to death when Shelba had to go and have her Dupuytren's contracture worked on, have surgery. And I mentioned it to Star, and Star brought the angels in and did Reiki, and then I wasn't afraid, and Shelba, of course, she wasn't afraid already, but I was. And we went and we had so much fun. We were making everybody laugh. We, in the surgery room before the surgery, we had other people laughing. Her blood pressure went down to 150/81. With Reiki, and I felt like we enlightened the entire surgery center, so that of course got the whole hospital in light and love. So this is what I want everybody to, I just wanted to throw that in before she gives her talk, and I think I was supposed to be introducing her now. Let's see. Yes, it is. So this is Star Root, and she describes herself as an angelic energy Reiki healer. She uses a fusion of healing modalities and therapies to help people heal and awaken to their divine potential. So that's what I had to give that little talk. Her Reiki master was Reverend Anna Jones, and I think most of us know her, that she has been here, and she has given talks also, and she channels angelic energies. In 2012, Star joined Anna for a tour of sacred places in France, and it was on that tour on the island of Mont Saint Michael that Star experienced an amazing spiritual soul journey which helped her awaken to her divine potential and realize her true destiny. She states, I want to help humanity thrive. I see us living our best life together on this amazing Ina, thank you. She will share more about her visionary journey and the guidance she has received in her Sunday presentation. And this afternoon, she's going to give us a talk from 1 to 3:30, which will be a chakra cleansing, as if, I don't know if anybody else needs that or not. But she has been practicing angelic energy Reiki healing for over a decade. She reveres Usui Mikao, Usui Mikao, he was the Japanese monk that, if I understand it, had gone into the mountains in prayer and fasting and was given this, and in the 1800s. And she has connected him to him via the Buddhist teachings and a miraculous healing. In 2013, she became a certified angelic energy healing under the guidance of Melanie Beckler. So she has a website address I think we can find on our website. So I'm turning it over to Miss Starr. Thank you. And Starr, I forgot to say that you live south with your husband and your daughter, and you're a school teacher also. And this is Patty, our lay minister.
It was working. Hi. Aloha. Okay, so I'm going to start with my full name, Starfire Love, Jessica Precious Root, so Star Root. And I was born on Earth Day. I chose to come back to this life and for Mother Earth, really, to help see her thrive, to bring peace, love, unity, respect, balance, and great health, to reign power over our lives and over all the sentient beings upon it, and to help us to live in harmony in a positive, loving way. Before I moved to Hawaii in 2008, I used to throw events all over the world. And the one event that I was throwing this time, I called it Endless Possibilities. And it was a goddess gathering outside on a mountaintop near Eugene, Oregon in Triangle Lake. And as I was getting ready that night, so many things were happening, but my dog, I had a dog named Ziggy, and Ziggy always ran off in the forest. But today she was super right beside me. Every time I'd look, she was like, he was underneath me, and he didn't leave my side, which is unusual for this dog. So I thought, something must be up. He must be protecting me for something going on. So then when we go to leave, it was late at night, my car started to go out of control, was fishtailing down this huge mountain. So I felt myself like kind of let go because I could not keep control of the mountain. I don't know if anybody's ever been on a logging road, but it's really super steep and super loose gravel. So the car ended up going off the mountain and rolling down the mountain 50 feet. However, I didn't feel sad, or I didn't feel like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I felt euphoria. I felt this beautiful golden light encompass the whole entire car while we're rolling down the mountain. And I didn't feel like a crash, boom, bash. I felt like, like I was landing in pillows and feathers, and I just was like, wow. And what was playing was Traveling Without Moving by Jamiroquai. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with that, but Traveling Without Moving. And I definitely moved to a different realm. And so when the car finally stopped rolling, I was hanging upside down, and I pulled my and I kept calling for Ziggy. Ziggy, where are you, Ziggy? That was the only passenger in my car, so I was really concerned for my dog. So I let myself down, and luckily my phone fell in my lap, and I crawled out the back window because it was completely crushed. And so I pulled myself back up the road, and I didn't have any blood on me. And I thought, okay, I'm alive. None of the air, this was a brand new car too. I've never bought in a brand new car. And this is my brand new car. So I only had like 30,000 miles on it, and I bought it with 43. So I'd only had it for a little bit, but that didn't really matter in the moment. I just knew that everything was going to be okay. I just knew that this wasn't my time to go, and that I had more things that I needed to do here, because the angels will step in, and if we haven't fulfilled our soul's true mission yet, we do have free will. However, at that moment, I didn't realize what was out there. This traumatic experience showed me that there's other things out there surrounding us, that when we really need their help, they're there for us. And when we really need our help just in everyday life, they're there for us too. They never leave our side. They're constantly there. Even though we cannot see them with our physical eye, they're still there. They've been there with us since the day we took our first breath. And it makes me very emotional because I can feel them all with me. And it's a strong emotion of like ascending and love and light and just this deep valley of love, infinite love. So I'm sorry if I get emotional. And that was a very traumatic time. So when I went to bed, I woke up and I thought, my car's going to be there. That was a bad dream. Well, I went to the garage, no car. Calling for my dog, no dog. Okay, that wasn't a dream. Now what? I have this endless possibilities, goddess gathering that I'm supposed to be there in a couple hours setting up. And I thought, maybe I should cancel. And my brother says to me, you have people driving 8 hours just to come here today for this event. You need to suck it up and get out there. So I had no time for morning. So I called, my insurance. They pulled the car up. I said, how far was that down there? And he said, oh yeah, it was 50 feet. And so I'm looking at this area, and if there was a clear cut right beside where my car went down, if I had went 15 more feet, my car would have been 500 feet down the mountain. So there was all of these things that kept me in this bubble of love and light, and knowing that, yeah, everything's going to be fine. But this was an omen for that event. I called it endless possibilities. All the possibilities are possible. It was possible for me to roll my car down a mountain. It was possible for me to lose my dog. I realized in that moment, I have to be very clear with what I say. Endless positive possibilities, not just endless possibilities, because we do have the yin and the yang. They know what they're listening to what you're saying. And so, let's see. So I ended up throwing that event, and it didn't go well. I got a lot of, there was beautiful souls there and amazing people, but I also got fined, and I lost my car. So there's all these things. So I thought, you know what, when I'm very clear with my thoughts, I need to make sure that I complete those wishes. It's not just an endless sea of possibilities. My possibilities are right in the middle. They're the positive possibilities that are waiting for me at the end, this beautiful golden light. So, because of this traumatic experience, as I was climbing up the mountain, sorry, my mouth is getting dry. I had small little scratches on my body. And that was the only thing, because I had to crawl up these crazy trees in this mountain by myself. So, a couple days later, it turned into psoriasis. So there was psoriasis on my head, there was psoriasis on my face, there was psoriasis all the way down my entire body, and I had never had this. And it was pink, and it was ugly, and it was nasty, and I thought, and I tried everything. I went to the dermatologist, I went to all these different places and people and things, and I'm like, how can I heal this? How can I heal this? And I kept hearing, you can heal it yourself, because they would give me steroids and it would hurt and it would scratch and it would itch and it would make it bleed. So I was like, this is not working for me. So I was really seeking natural healing. So I came here one time to the Big Island of Hawaii for one wedding. And I got off the plane, and I've lived so many different places. I got off the plane, and I put my feet on the ground, and I said, this is home. And so when I came back after that wedding, and 3 months later, I moved to the Big Island. And 3 days later, after fighting this psoriasis for almost 9 months of having this on my whole entire being, it went away in 3 days. This is a healing island. It was calling me here. I needed healing. I went to the beach. I listened to my intention. This is going to help. Sun, sand, and salt water, the ocean. So I would just go and I'd sit in the ocean, and a day after day, it just kept disappearing without anything. With just this aina, just this healing water, just my power of intention. This is going to go away. This is going to go away. So then I was calling in more spirituality, and Taoism came into my life, and I received Tao, and it was really powerful because when I was a child, I remembered that somebody had told me there's this beautiful religion that allows everybody in. It doesn't segregate, oh, this or that, you're not going, no, we believe in everything, as long as it leads back to love. We all have our free will to choose how we honor our universal God. So I received Tao, and that was amazing, and that started opening up all of these different channels for me. And I had heard about this miraculous healing, this energy healing that my friends had told me in Oregon. You don't have to take any pills. There's nothing to do. They don't even have to touch you. They don't have to cut you. They just put your hands and have an intention. And I thought, wow, what is this called? I need to know what this is. And they told me Reiki. So then I was living on the Hamakua coast, and I was working for the county of Hawaii, and I managed a pool in Honoka'a. And I was asking these lovely ladies that we did water aerobics with and everything, and they invited me to a goddess circle that they met every week. And I was asking them, who knows any Reiki masters? Anybody know? I really, really want to take a Reiki class. And they go, well, Anna Jones, here she is. And so it was really amazing experience, and she became one of my best friends, and she was just this energy that exuded her. I just wanted more and more. So before I started taking the class, I wanted to experience Reiki myself. So I had a Reiki healing with Anna. And oh my God, I had a hip problem for 8 years. And one session on the Reiki table with Anna, it went away. And as I was laying there, I started to feel my soul lift. And it lifted up into particles. And then it turned into like these beautiful highways and byways, and it started zooming out and zooming out. And as it zoomed out, here we are, we're the Earth, and now it zoomed out more. Not just the Earth, we're going through the Milky Way galaxy, and it took me all the way back to the great boom, the expansion of life itself. So I thought, oh my God, wow, that was such an amazing experience. I want to give this to people. I want to do this. Please, Anna, can you please create a level 1? Because you got to start with yourself. And level 1 self-healing. So she created a level 1 self-healing on May the 5th of 2012, which 555, and there were 5 students there. And that was life-changing. And I started healing myself. I started healing my cat. I started healing my plants. I started healing things. Just, if anything would come up, oh, I'll just put a little energy into that. Oh, it goes away. It was like, wow, this is magic stuff. Okay, so she sent us home on our way after we attuned to the Usui Makoa, which is the original creator of Reiki. And it was brought to this island in the early 1900s in the Hilo by a lady. And so we went home and we did our self-healing Reiki for 30 days. That was our instructions. Anna said, you go home, you meditate, you do your self-healing Reiki, and you do this for 30 days. And once you're done with that, you come back and see me. Because I said, I want more, I want more, I want more. Okay, so we did that, and I begged her, please do another Reiki class. I'm ready for Reiki 2. I've done myself, now I'm ready to really send that in. And Reiki 2 is when you get your symbols, and when you get your distance healing, and when you're able to really send love and light into Mother Earth. So then I talked her into it, and we did it on July 7th of 2012, and there were 7 students, and we did a Reiki 2 class. So then I'm like, okay, I want more, I want more. She's creating this spiritual soul journey to Mont Saint Michel, France. And I thought, well, I speak French. I was an exchange student in high school. Let's do this. Let's make this happen. I went by myself. They were already there. They were doing other things in France, and I just kind of joined them on the last Mont Saint Michel. And so many things, synchronicities. I couldn't find her. I was by myself in France in this big city, and I'm used to Honoka'a, Hamakua, Hilo, no subways, no this, no that. I was like, oh, wow. But this lady that was sitting next to me, this French lady, she said, you know what? I'm going to wait for you to get through customs. And I'm going to wait for you. And I'm going to put you on the right subway. And I'm going to get you to the right place. And I thought, thank you, angels. Oh my God, thank you, thank you. You're always there with me. You're always there watching. She waited for me. And she made sure that I got to where I needed. So then I got to where I needed. Okay. Where is she? Where is she? I can't find her. I can't find her. I couldn't find Anna. I was like starting to get scared. So I call in Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, I need your help. I'm right here where she told me to meet her. And this is the right time. And she's not here. She was downstairs. So I finally found her and we met up and we went on this amazing journey. There was airplanes and there was buses and there was subways and we just made our way to Mont Saint Michel. It was like a pilgrimage. And Mont Saint Michel is so special because Archangel Michael told these people, build this, and I will come to you, and I will see you, and I will tell you things. And so I didn't know what to expect. I don't know. I'm just a young girl, 35 years old. I'm with all these other beautiful healers from around the world that are like amazing beings. They just radiated like love and light. I just felt so amazing just in their presence, and especially Anna, like to be in a space with her. Like she's my master teacher, and I've so much to learn from her. And we did spiritual soul journeys together after that. But anyways, we get to Mont Saint Michel, and I've had a long day. This is like all the way from Kona all the way to France, all the way to Paris, all the way to New York, all the way. It's a long drive. It's a long flight. It's a long drive. It's a long everything. So I'm like really tired. So I was kind of bummed because I had to leave the group and go and be by myself, take a shower, to do my self-healing stuff. And so I did. And when after I was woken up at like 3 in the morning. So I'm like, okay, gosh, it's really dark. Nobody else is awake. What should I do now? And I said, well, call in Archangel Michael. Okay, I do that a lot. Let's do that. I call in Archangel Michael. I call in Archangel Michael. I call in Archangel Michael. Do your self-healing treatment. So I do my self-healing treatment. And as I do that, he comes into the room. And I'm like, wow, that's never happened before. Oh, whoa, hello, hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, this is intense. You're here. And he goes, come on, I want to show you why I brought you here. And I thought, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how you think I'm going to come there. And he goes, please don't worry about your physical body. The angels will take care of it for you. So I felt my soul lift and come out of my heart chakra, and I was floating above my body, and I had a mermaid tail. And he kind of looked at me and he laughed and he said, what? You don't need your tail. You're going to need your wings for this journey. And so I felt my wings come out of my shoulders, and they hung so deep. They touched the backs of my heels. And he grabbed my hand, and we flew up to the very top of Mont Saint Michel. And we had a bird's eye view because there's a golden statue at the very top of this. And he said, this is why I brought you to this beautiful place. This is why I called you here. I want you to remember that you've flown with me very many, many times. Please remember. You're from the Guardian Legions of Light. And I want you to remember, you've flown with me, please. And so I started to try to remember this. And it was all kind of just such a whirlwind that I had to write everything down. I wrote everything down because I'm like, I don't want to forget any of these details. So that day we did a walk. After that, he flew me back into the room and back into my body. And I got up and I started journaling, and I kind of walked around Mont Saint Michel in the dark and just kind of being led. And I was led to this cemetery and these pueyos and just all of these beautiful things that were like, I should have been scared. I was, hanging out in the dark, but I felt totally safe. So we toured Mont Saint Michel that day on a silent walk. Anna led us on this beautiful silent walk, and all day I felt my kundalini starting to rise and starting to become awakened, and I just felt so drawn to Archangel Michael. Wow, he's kind of cute. He's got really pretty wings, and he's got I was single at the time. He's got really nice butt. Wow, he's got a 6. Wow, I just felt like this love pouring out of me to him. And so then we toured that, and then she came back and she called him in and she channeled him in, and we had questions for him. And my question was that, what is infinite love? What is infinite love? Well, what is that? And his answer was that it's like a muscle and we have to use it. And if we don't use it, it will become weak. And if we use it a lot, it'll become strong. And you can ripple it out and you can magnetize things that you need to come into your life. And we're there, and if you ever need us, let us know. So it was like, okay, all right, take all this in. Okay, what's going to happen tonight? Okay, so I'm really excited to go to bed. I'm like, okay, go to bed. All right, waking up at 3:11. Okay, I call in Archangel Michael. I know this time. I know what I need to do. So I come out, and this time I was allowed to have my tail and my wings. So I'm like, okay, and let's go here. So we turn into dolphins and we're swimming through the ocean as dolphins. I'm like, wow, this is what it feels like to be a dolphin. How amazing is that? Then we turn into mermaids and we're swimming into Atlantis and they're welcoming us in. Oh my God, like the king and the queen are back. Atlantean king and queen. And we go into this chapel and we're like, it was like my bedroom. It was our bedroom and this is us. And it was like so amazing. And then after that, we turned back into angels. And he brought me out onto the earth and he just kind of kept zooming me out. And here we are floating and we're looking at the earth. And he gives me this earth healing meditation that I still use today in all of my meditations. And that's why I create the Thriving Thankful Third Thursdays, because we have to be thankful and we want to be thriving and we want to come together and we want to give thanks for these many things. And so he showed me this beautiful earth healing meditation, and it was so amazing. I mean, I can close my eyes and see it. And it was where a beautiful radiant rainbow energy flows down from the North Pole, flows up from the South Pole. Just give you a little spectrum of it so you can get a vision too. And it comes together peacefully at the equator and it forms little golden sparkles of love and light. And this beautiful radiant rainbow energy helps us on our ascension path, and it's also helping Mother Earth on her ascension path to continue that, to lift up. We're ready for a higher level of thinking. We're ready for not such dense beings, creating our light astral bodies, all of those things. So he brought me back and brought me back into, and so that day it was really amazing. And another spiritual walk through the Mont Saint Michel, and there was all these beautiful people pilgriming and across these beautiful like island to island, and all of these people just came here because Archangel Michael called them there, and we were all there at the same time, and it was just this beautiful festival, and it was amazing. And we went to these old chapels. The first chapel that Archangel Michael came and said, hey, build a chapel, build a little small chapel here. And it's been there for 250 years, a long time. So then the next day I went to bed. I'm always excited to go to bed because I know that's when the adventure's going to start. So I go to bed and I wake up at 3:11 again. I'm like, okay, I'll call in Archangel Michael. And he goes, nope, you got to go on this journey by yourself. I said, oh, okay. So I feel myself let go, and I'm like really playful. Okay, it's just me. I get to do what I want. I can be a mermaid. I can be a dolphin. I can be whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I don't have any restrictions. Okay. Whoosh, whoosh. But they took me to different dimensions. They actually brought me back to Hawaii and Coconut Island in a different realm, in a different time, and all these different things that we really don't access with our ego mind in place. So finally I'm led to Lake Tahoe. I'm like, okay, interesting. I know this is a spiritual place. What's going on? I start walking through the woods, and I see this elevator. I'm like, okay, an elevator. It must be for me. I mean, okay. So I take the elevator, and I go deep down, and there's a saint there. Saint Germain is there. He's kind of my facilitator. And so he goes, come with me. I'm like, okay. So he takes me down deep down into the ground underneath Lake Tahoe. Okay, it stops and it opens, and we go in through these caves, and there's all this beautiful gold and just such beauty. It's like, it's hard to describe with the mind's eye because it really, you have to close your eyes to imagine, because it's just this beautiful gold. Everything was like layered in gold. And so he said, okay, And he led me to the very end of it, and there was a chapel there. And okay, now you need to take your vow. I said, oh, a vow? He said, yeah, you know what you need to do. I said, oh, okay, I do? Okay, I do. Because at this time, I wasn't really like, I felt like, are you sure? Are you sure? But now I'm very sure of myself. It's been since 2012, and they've been with me ever since. But so I kneel and I give my 100 vows, and I say, you know what? My vow is that I'm here to help humanity. I'm here to help Mother Earth. I'm here to help others, and that's what I'm going to do. And so I did that. I did 100 vows. I got up, I walked out, and then we started going on our day. So then we go to Paris, France, and I have another spiritual soul journey, like when I rise up through the Eiffel Tower, and that was amazing. But now it's time to come back down, come back to reality, come back to Hawaii. And I told Anna, like, I was like, you know, wow, I kind of feel bad because I'm like attracted to Archangel Michael. And she goes, no, it's okay. He's just showing himself because you're familiar with him, but this is your spiritual soul life partner. Because I was trying to draw him in. So I thought, spiritual soul journeys, spiritual life partner, this has got to be all the same. So I get back and I'm living in Lapahoihoi at the time. And I'm like telling them, hey, what's going on? I'm ready for my soulmate, my twin flame. Where is he? Well, you need to move to Kona. I'm like, okay. All right, I'll move to Kona. So my friend says, oh, I have a room. Come and live with me. I'm on Ali'i Drive. So now I'm living in Kona, and I go to Ali'i Drive. My friends had a roller derby. I didn't want to do that because I work in a swimsuit. I don't want bruises on me. So I go there, and I'm just watching. I'm just a spectator. And they have to go home and take showers because it's get real sweaty. It's kind of a weird thing. So then I'm by myself just walking around Ali'i Drive. My husband shows up. I don't know he's my husband at this time. And I'm like trying to ignore him. And the third time they pushed my shoulder and they said, you better say hello. You better say hello right now. Like, this is the third time we've put you guys right next door to each other and you're not listening. So I thought, okay. When they physically like make me touch him, I'm like, okay. Hi, I'm Star. Oh, hi, hello, how are you? And we just immediately kicked it off. And we've never spent a day apart since. And that's my husband, Joseph Louis Root V. And we have a beautiful daughter, Divine Hokulani Root. And we live in South Kona. We caretake a beautiful farm. And we're just so lucky that we have avocados, and my daughter can climb trees, and we can explore the outside together and have this life together. So, okay, I meet him. Okay. I bring him. The first time we ever kissed, I was taken back that we were kissing as mermaids. So I thought, oh, this makes sense. We've had past lifetimes together. We've been mermaids together. And we've probably lived in Atlantis together as king and queens. Okay. That makes sense because he's such a water guy. And he moved here when he was 3 months old. So he's been on this island for a very long time. And he's just so amazing. I'm so thankful. Thank you for making me say hello. And it's shaped my life. And it's changed my life. And so now they're a little, they really wanted me to do this third Thursday because when I was in Hamakua and Honoka'a, I'm not sure if you guys have ever visited Kathy's crystal store. She has the largest crystal in Hawaii, and she used to do these third Thursdays. And actually, it wasn't third. She would do it every Thursday. So I was pretty religious about being there with her. I knew I had stuff to learn from her. I knew I had things to learn about these crystals that are all around us. And so we would go there, and I was kind of her yin to her yang because she likes to fight the politics, and I just like to be the more loving aspect of it. Although so it was interesting. It was a good balance between the two of us. And we did this for 5 years straight every week. And so that's how I've learned. And then the beginning of this year, they were a little incessant about me starting this again on this side. And they kept telling me, and I was like trying to just, I'll just put that to the back. No. You need to start. You need to do this. They were like, wouldn't let me have a conversation with people. They would be in my head. No. You need to start listening to us. Hello. We're here. Okay, finally. Okay, I'll sit down. I'll go ahead. Tell me what you need to tell me. Okay. I get it out. Now they're quiet. Okay, now I can have a conversation. But they told me, hey, start this. This is important. There's a lot of stuff going on. Because I keep asking, Why are things so harsh right now? Why are things so dense right now? Why are we creating these why are we taking back some of the things that we've created for women and for things, such as that? And they always tell us, well, they always tell me we learn more through fear. Okay. However, we can't get into the cyclical fear cycle. It really, there's, we're in the medium, and if we continue to think those negative and have those fearful things, this is our choice right now in our growth and our evolution to choose love. To choose love over fear, to choose fighting it with love in a kind way, but also knowing that it's going to help these things, it's going to really change things, and we're going to see them in our lifetime, and we're going to see better laws for our oceans, and we're going to see better things for our people and for our communities. And yeah, it's just amazing experience, and I'm very thankful to share it with you. I'm just thinking of anything else. Yes, and then I also, because of that experience in 2012, I wanted to become an angelic energy healer. So I started that course, and that was pretty powerful. And then adding to the Reiki with that, oh my gosh. And then I really love sound and vibrations like Dawn. And so I started studying sound healing through life-changing medicine, and it changed my life because I actually have hearing aids, and so that's why I can't wear the thing today. But I wanted to learn about how I can heal this naturally, and the solfeggio frequencies actually can heal hearing loss. So that's really amazing. And the things that these tones can do, oh my gosh, wow. Like the different energy levels that we can get to, it's just amazing that we have these at our disposal. And yes, Anna has spoken here, and I actually used to come here a lot on Sundays when we lived in Kealakekua, but now that I'm about an hour south, it's a little harder with a daughter. But one of the things she did here was a workshop with Mary Magdalene, and I think Aaron was with me then. And during that workshop, Mary Magdalene came to me and she goes, "Don't you remember working with me? You remember?" And I was like, And I was taken to like these caves and these places where me and her worked in this earth, and we were like sisters together. So I thought, oh wow, that's really amazing. I've had definitely past lifetimes with that. And then I felt her come to me, and she took out this ball of like black. I think it was in my solar plexus, and she took this ball of black and she replaced it with this beautiful pearl radiant rainbow. I thought, oh wow, and I just felt lighter. So all of these things that we do, these workshops that we do, they help us to evolve a little bit more, turn up the flame a little bit more, cleanse and clear us of that negativity that may have been in a past lifetime, that may have been when we were children, all of these things. And we don't have to carry it around anymore. It's not ours. If we've learned that experience, then we can evolve from that. If we have not learned that experience, it will keep coming back until we learn from our experiences, and then we level up a little bit and then continue to level up. So yeah, it's been just an amazing experience. And my visions of like when Anna would have other different things like on the Hamakua coast, one of the visions was all of these archangels, and we were all floating above the earth, and we're holding hands, and we're pouring our love into the earth from our heart chakra. And it's just like this rainbow and waterfall of love and light and everything positively right. And yeah, it just makes me feel like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. Another one of the visions when Anna and me had a spiritual soul journey here when she still lived on the island. Fly with the angels and swim with the dolphins. So we zip-lined, fly with the angels, and then on the eclipse full moon, we went and we swam with the dolphins. This was when it was still legal, before they were, and we had a captain and a lady that was also a spiritual healer, a goddess, and she was the one taking us to the dolphins. So we just kind of hung out, and they came to us. And they came to us and they kept coming, they kept coming, they kept coming, different pods from all around. I was like, wow, there must have been 300 dolphins that day. And we got in and they didn't go away. They just kind of hung out. You can tell when a dolphin wants to go away or when it wants to stay and hang out. You can tell. And so you just let them. Okay, I'm not going to touch you. Obviously, don't get close. Don't go towards them. I'm just going to sit here. And I'm going to push Reiki into me. And I'm going to push it down into the ocean and into the dolphins. And I'm going to tell them, if there's something they need, if there's a little energy healing they need, stop and show me. And dolphins don't really stop too much, but they would stop right underneath me and they would turn and they would have a little boo-boo and I would just send Reiki into them. And then when they filled up, they would move away and another dolphin would come in and it would show me where it needed healing and I would just send it healing and love and light. And I just looked up and there's dolphins jumping and I did a 360 and there was dolphins everywhere and I really believe that's one of my amakuas. So, I have so many visions. I just know the ones that they want me to share. Okay, that one. And then when I very first moved here, I woke up and I had this dream of all these angels standing over me. And they have like these pictures of beautiful golden radiant rainbow liquid. And they're just standing in a circle, floating over me, just pouring it into me. And when I woke up, I just feel like I was a rainbow, like I was radiant, like I was shining, like I was love, like, okay, they filled me up. Now I get to send it to others. And now I get to show them and help to teach them and help us to all remember we all came here for a reason. And, the reason may not be so clear, but we're all here together and it's our kuleana to help one another and not to hurt one another. And so that's why this community is so amazing, because you guys are so supportive to one another and you're here to help one another. And I'm really thankful that I'm part of that. So thank you. Do you have a question? My daughter does. So she'll say, Ziggy's in the car with us right now. He's happy today. He's really, and it gives me goosebumps because even when she was a small child, I could tell her facial features and I could tell that she was looking at things behind me and her facial features would change. If it was a good entity, she would smile and she wouldn't look towards me. She would look right past me. And she was people would stop me and say, wow, she's so small, but yet she's so here and in her body and alive and her eyes are following me. And I'm like, yeah, yes. And so I always encouraged her, like, there are things there. And yeah, Ziggy, he's still with me. Definitely. He's there and he's there to protect my child now when she's out and about and playing and climbing and things. And, sometimes pets will give themselves to save you. And when they pulled my car up the mountain, I saw this black thing laying there and I thought, oh no, it's Ziggy. Ziggy gave himself to save me and to save my soul. So, yeah, I still miss that dog, but he's around me. He's right here. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, one last thing. So, sorry. There was one last thing. So when she sees these entities, my daughter, I didn't want her to be afraid of them because I don't want it to close off. I want her to be an open channel. I want her to know that, there's the yin and the yang. And if it is bad, that you call in other good things to come in and to take care of those things for you. It's not our responsibility to constantly be thinking, is there something around me? No, we call them in. I constantly say protections of bubble of love and light surrounding me and connected to the divine at all times. And so I taught her a young age that, like, is it a good feeling or is it a bad feeling? Do we need to cleanse the energy, or is it something that's our friend? How do you feel about it? Like if it is scary, because she would have some scary faces, and I thought, ooh, and I'd ask her, what does it look like? Tell me what it looks like. Let's try to clear it together. And then when it came in, and she would have a different look on her face, but she was only 6 months old. So, you can tell your child like how, if they're having a good day or they're not having a good day. Like you can tell with just their, and so yeah, that was important. I'm trying to encourage her to keep seeing those things, and here it's a different energy, so she hasn't really seen many negatives here in Hawaii. So that's really amazing. But she knows what to do if she does. Thank you.
Thank you. I put 7. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now if we could have our offertory song to help us as we realize that we have responsibility to continue this great event called New Thought. Thank you.
Thank you. That was great. Hello? Testing, 1, 2, testing. Okay. All right. So that was wonderful. Thank you very much. Very enjoyable. And so, kind of along the lines of what she's doing, this is a sing along. A lot of people like to sing along here. Everybody knows these words, I'm sure. We're thankful to Brother Bob Marley over there. So I just kind of thought about this. You know what? There's so much going on around us in the world. Up, down, crazy, not necessarily bad, just kind of chaotic. Yeah? So, right now, at this moment, we're all here. Right now, let's just not worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. Sing right along. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing and don't worry about a thing. Sing it out loud. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Woke up this morning, smiled in the rising sun. 3 little birds sat by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing and don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Woke up this morning, smiled through the rising sun. 3 little birds sat by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Mahalo, everybody. All right.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. And now we are to our announcements. And if you have some, we are going to meet this afternoon. So if you
So I checked the moon calendar because that's what I do every day. Even to cut my hair, even when I wanted to have a child, I just check the moon calendar, make sure it's a good day for that. So today was a great day for opening and clearing all of your chakras. So I'm going to use that energy of today that the moon is giving us, and we're going to cleanse and clear our chakras. I'm going to teach you a little bit of some things about it, and then I'm going to lead you through a beautiful visionary journey to cleanse and clear all of your chakras, and we're going to leave vibrating at the highest level possible and aligned with our divine timeline. That's my hope.
Thank you.
And the cost is $25, and it's from 1:30 to 3.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we will be going to have lunch, I guess, here at the Chinese restaurant so we can get back. Let me have a show of hands of how many people are going to go so we can let them know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, at least 6. We have our services every Sunday at 10 a.m. And the next 3 Sundays we have LT Smooth, and I think he's on my Facebook, and I think he calls himself Sumatra now, Sumatra. But anyway, and he's what is it? That's his real name, Leon Tuamata. Oh, okay. His stage name has been, and he's going to be speaking worth, value, and change and doing both the music, because he is a musician also, and the program. Then on the 2nd of November is Kumu Kiala Ching will do program and music also. And on the 9th is Christine Turner, and we'll have music by Bernice Roberto, so she's going to be back in town. Every week we have Tai Chi at 4:30 on Mondays, 4:30 to 5:30 with he also Jianan does, thank you, does Qigong also. Tai Chi and Qigong, all levels, it's $15 per class. He is here at 4 o'clock for the long coaching of the long and more advanced students, and that's $10. Then on Wednesdays we have hula with Mahina, and we meet in the Honua room, and that's $15 per class. At the end of the month we have a potluck, which is going to be next Sunday, October the 26th, and our crystal bowl meditation is 9 to 9:30 on the second Sunday, which will be the 9th of November. And we are doing the meditation for the earth on the third Thursdays at 3:33, and that's going to be the 20th of November. Special events we have today, and then also today it ends at 8 p.m. this evening, Share the Bounty silent auction. I'm not sure about that. Is there anything more, Pasha, you wanted to say about it? The silent auction? Yeah, but maybe finish everything else. Okay. Okay. And if you all would like to be if you have any prayer requests, we have a box on the table over here. Just if you're going to ask for a request for prayer for someone else, make sure that it's all right with them. But we do have a prayer group who will be praying for 1 week for the person or the people that you have requested. We have a mailing list, so you could sign the guest book and get a weekly e-newsletter. Are there any other announcements? Okay, now we're going to get Pasha.
Well, first, about am I on yet? Okay, first about the silent auction. It's interesting. We worked so hard on the estate sale, the fundraiser that we accepted the responsibility for towards the end of July, and there's still aspects of it that are ongoing. And then, out of the blue, the CSL Center in Waimea, which Libby is connected with, Libby O'Day, and also Arliss Dudley Cash, who spoke here recently, they decided to choose New Thought to be a beneficiary of their big fundraiser, where they did all the work. But for instance, and it was a 2-week event, and it ends tonight at 8 p.m. So if you haven't checked it out yet, it's not too late, but you do need to get on it. And on the bulletin board, there's a flyer, and there's a QR code, so you can aim your phone at it and get the, how to connect with this auction to see if there's anything you want to bid on. Also, in our most recent newsletter, and I assume on the website, there's the article about it. It's called Share the Bounty Silent Auction. And after about 10 days, they were, maybe less, they were already up to about $7,000 of income. So if they make it to 10,000, which I think there's a good chance, that would mean $500 coming to New Thought without us having to do very much at all. And another irony is that the board had already identified that church to be a beneficiary of one of our tithes. They don't know that yet, but it's just a lovely, outpouring of generosity on both sides. The other announcement I wanted to make is concerning the speaker on November 9th, Kristie Turner. She was actually, she's connected with Libby and was recommended. She lives on the mainland, and she's going to be doing one weekend doing the Sunday service and possibly other things for that CSL church. And then she is signed up to be our Sunday speaker on the 9th of November. She's requesting home hospitality. If anyone is able to do that, it would be the night before would be the 8th of November and the night after the 9th of November. So if you are able and willing to do that, please talk to me after service. I told her I would see what could be done. What is it? To provide a place for her to stay the night, because she doesn't live here, and it's a kind of a drive from Waimea. So if it's possible, she would appreciate that. We would do it ourselves, but we already have someone else staying in our ohana at that time. Okay, I think that's it. So thank you.
Thank you. If anybody else has any announcements, otherwise we are going to stand and join hands and sing Hawaii Aloha, thank you, and we'll be accompanied by Mahina.
You want to use this?